When you see a person play with such intensity, that's intimidating to a lot of people. When you see someone who makes that big an effort, that's intimidating to people. But he's also got a positive, sort of natural exuberance that people are attracted to. And he's so excited about it. It's quite a nice boost, a shot in the arm for our sport.
2 years, 2 French Open titles. 20-year-old Rafael Nadal has rapidly soared, but he remains grounded, deeply aware of his tennis roots. While many players spend their formative years training away from their homes, Nadal opted to stay in his hometown of Manacor, a small town on the tiny island of Mallorca, Spain.
When I
was young, I began to play tennis because my uncle was the coach at the Manacor Tennis Club. I like sport very much in general, and I especially like soccer. But in the end, things went much better for me with tennis, and that's why I dedicated myself to playing tennis. When he was young, I always liked Rafael to have the intensity in his training, the intensity in his matches. He's really a mellow boy. He likes to fish, probably the most mellow thing in the world, right? But when he does sport, he likes to put this intensity into it, everything. And I think this is one of the most interesting things about his game. Under the tutelage of his Uncle Tony, Rafael became a formidable competitor, so precocious that he won the European Juniors at age 12. 7 years later, he made his Roland Garros debut and stunned the world when he became the first man in a quarter century to win it on his first try. Proving himself a resolute champion, Nadal conducted a successful title defense, beating world number 1 Roger Federer in last year's final. It was a final filled with nerves for him and for me. It was a strange result. 6-1 in the first set for him, 6-1 in the second set for me. And then he started committing errors, I started committing errors. It was probably one of the most important matches of my life. For me, Federer is the best player in the history of the game. I'd love to watch him play. But I think the particular pressure of that day, he felt it much more than Rafael. I don't know if he felt the pressure not to lose or to win, but I noticed it. And I believe this is because he started the match very well, but after he lost his game, Rafa was able to win his second Grand Slam title. 3 weeks later, Federer returned the favor in the finals at Wimbledon, beating Nadal in 4 sets. Ranked second and first in the world, respectively, for the better part of 2 seasons, Nadal and Federer's contrasts remind at least one tennis legend of another sublime rivalry.
It reminds me of when I played against Bjorn Borg. They just look different. They act differently. They play differently. One guy is making a lot of noise when he hits every ball, Nadal. Another guy is very quiet when he hits the ball. And so everything about them is different, but they have a lot of respect for each other, which we did, and you can see that on the court.
I think it's just that we always have special matches. I win sometimes, I lose sometimes, but almost always they're good matches, very rarely a bad match, because I played badly or he played badly. Almost always these are good matches and matches that are a bit special. We are fighting to be on top. We're fighting for any possibility to be number 1, but this fight is to give the maximum we can possibly give, and in the end, the most important thing is to have the dream and to do the work, nothing more.